Hi there, this is Simon Lee from Fusion Software Limited, and in this third session we're going to talk about what actions we can take when we receive a response into CRM. Now there's three actions that are available out of the box with Mojo Surveys. The first one is to create a lead for an anonymous survey. The second is to create an automated email response to say thank you very much, we've received your feedback. And the third is to create a task for an expression of dissatisfaction, and that's based on the satisfaction measure that we specify when we set up a particular rating question. And the additional options are, of course, you can create your own logic, and a lot of the survey data is available to workflows for you to create tasks, send emails, update contact information, create follow-up telephone calls, or it may be that the customer has requested some documents, in which case you can create a task for someone to do that. Okay, so let's open up CRM, and we have a public survey. And we're going to use this to demonstrate two of the actions available out of the box. So we've set up this survey, very simple survey, to generate a lead for anonymous responses, and we've also set it up to create a task if the overall satisfaction is equal to or less than this value that we've entered here, which is in this case 2. So let's go ahead and take the survey. Okay, so this example demonstrates the creation of a lead, but it's going to be a very simple lead. We haven't included all the fields that are available on the lead entity. And we'll have a satisfaction rating of 2 in order to trigger off the task creation. What I'm going to do now is stop the demonstration, allow time for the surveys to receive into CRM and the workflows to run. Okay, so now if we switch back to CRM, the workflows should have run, and you'll see we have a response here. Let's open up the response. Okay, so that contains the information we entered, and if we check the workflow statuses, you'll see it's created an alert. So this alert is for the survey owner, it has the details of the rating. And it's created the lead. So if we open up the lead, in this example there's only 2 fields that we collect. Obviously you could do more in the real world. If we shut this down, so this has demonstrated 2 of the actions that are available for Mojo Surveys out of the box. The first one we created the lead, the second one we created an alert. Okay, so in this next example we'll demonstrate the auto email functionality. Also we'll have some custom logic to update the contact's communication preference. So I've created this small survey here. And you'll see I've created an email responder and some simple text here. And the survey is a simple 1 question survey. So I've created an invitation to this particular contact, Adrian. So we'll take the survey as he would, and we'll update his communication preference to phone and submit the survey. So again, I'll pause this demonstration, allow time for the response to come into CRM, workflows to run, and when I come back I hope to show you that the communication preference has been updated and an email has been sent back to Adrian. Okay, you'll see the survey response is received in CRM from Adrian. So if we open up that record, you'll see the answer is available here. And also, if we expand this tab, the Measures tab, you'll see the data is also stored on the response itself, and that means it's much easier to use within workflows. So if we have a look at the workflows that have run, so we have the out-of-the-box create email autoresponder workflow. That's created a message, we'll look at that in a minute. And we also have this custom piece of logic, very simple, that says for this particular survey, and there's data in that measure that we looked at, and there's also a contact, then we simply update the contact record with the communication preference. So if we look at Adrian's record, you'll see his preferred method of communication is now set at phone. And if we look at the closed activities, that's the email that was sent out by the autoresponder, and you'll see that the survey invitation is now completed as well. Also, you'll see that the survey response is available directly on the contact record, as it is on the account and lead record. And this demonstrates how easy it is to create custom logic that can do whatever is appropriate for your business needs. Okay, I'd like to finally wrap up this session by having a quick look at some of the charts and dashboards available. What we do is we'll open up a public survey. Switch back from designer mode to the main form. And you'll see there's various charts available here showing the satisfaction profile, and this is looking at the satisfaction rating measure. There's various charts available, response count by day, so you can see the number of responses that have come in over the past day, week, month. And I won't go into too much detail, I'll leave you to explore these. But again, there's some dashboards available. This is the overall satisfaction dashboard. Again, breaking down the responses by day. And you can also look at satisfaction of surveys, doing a direct comparison. In this particular case, there's only one survey, but otherwise you would see many surveys here. You see you've got various averages, and this is your main dashboard for Mojo Surveys. So this gives you an update of the responses as they come in, the survey's satisfaction measure, the total responses by day, so you can see how many are coming in, and if there's any particular error logs that you should be aware of, these will be created here. So that's the high level overview of Mojo Surveys. You can see you can do many different actions based on the survey responses. If you'd like any help in terms of creating some of the custom logic, then by all means give us a call. Thank you very much.